I'm Safiya, a second year medical student at Barts and London School of Medicine, and today I wanted to share with you some things that you can do in this COVID-19 pandemic to develop your skills and to boost your CV. This video is applicable to anyone who is wanting to study a STEM subject or medicine at university. Do check out our article that goes into more detail on this topic. The link to our blog is in our bio. So first, I'd like to talk to you about how you can develop your skills. Just because school has stopped doesn't mean you can't keep pursuing your interest in science. Why not use this time to delve deeper into topics that you're interested in? This might involve reading a book or listening to a podcast that you just haven't got round to. One of my personal favourite books is When Breath Becomes Air by Paul Kalanithi, an American doctor who was in the middle of training to become a neurosurgeon. It's his autobiography. Going to lectures is usually a really great place to learn more about a subject, but unfortunately, because of social distancing, this really isn't looking possible for a while. Luckily, so many resources have been uploaded online. For example, the New Scientist are uploading 50 of their talks by world experts on a range of science topics from their science festival. These will be uploaded onto YouTube from the beginning of April. Or perhaps you could check out some of the big question lectures that Centre of the Cell usually puts on twice a year. A few of them have been recorded and can be found on their website. Another great way to really actively develop your skills is by doing an online course. FutureLearn has a fantastic range of courses. They have courses run by universities on pretty much anything you could want to do a course on. I'm currently doing one on COVID-19 run by the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine. This isn't the only place that you can go to get free online courses. The WHO do a range of healthcare ones, and Harvard also offer a range of free courses that are really great quality. We've made a list of recommendations of FutureLearn courses if you want some inspiration, which is also on our blog. Okay, so for those of you who are applying for university soon, work experience is probably something that's on your mind. The pandemic might have disrupted your plans to organise something, especially in a healthcare setting. Nothing can really replace work experience, but there are some great alternatives that you can do in the meantime. Don't worry if you're applying to medicine and dentistry, and this situation might mean that you can't get any experience at all, as you will not be the only one in this position. Medical and dental schools will have to issue some guidance on this soon and take this into account. Brighton and Sussex Medical School have made a great free online virtual work experience platform which guides you through a range of materials and activities. So if you think you want to apply for medicine, why not give this a go, as you get to learn more about the role of the doctor and working for the NHS. Another thing that would be really good to do is try to speak to someone in the field that you want to go into. They'll be able to tell you all about their role and give you a real insight into the challenges they face in their day-to-day lives. It can seem really hard to do this if you or your family don't know anyone in that field, but don't worry, there are other ways that you can reach out to professionals. For example, many healthcare professionals are on Twitter and Instagram. Why not message some of these people to see if they'll be willing to answer your questions? The worst thing that you can do is that you message them and they won't reply. Try connecting with them through social media, and if you persevere, chances are you will find someone who's willing to answer your questions. You could also try asking your teachers from school if anyone has recently left who went on to a course that you want to do. Or they might even know professionals in the field you want to go into and give you an email address. It's all worth a try. If you are really struggling, books and YouTube are great ways to learn more about the role you want to go into. For example, for medicine, Ali Abdal and the junior doctor regularly vlog about their hospital shifts. And they aren't the only ones. There are a ton of other recommendations on our kind of longer version of this on our article on our blog. Volunteering is another great way to get really hands-on experience. It doesn't necessarily have to be in the setting that you are hoping to one day work in. Yes, the pandemic obviously affects us too, but luckily we do have some suggestions for you for how you can volunteer right now. Okay, so volunteering. Remember that you must follow the government advice on social distancing, but there are ways that you can help in the COVID-19 pandemic. Anything you do is a big help to your community, even if it's something that feels like a really small contribution to you. So, for example, you could go and collect shopping or medication for self-isolating or vulnerable neighbours. Don't worry if you're worried about going outside or if you're in a vulnerable group yourself. There's still plenty you can do from home. For example, you could phone elderly or lonely neighbours or people that you know. Having a chat to them just once or twice a week can make a really, really big difference. There are also organisations that coordinate this kind of thing nationally and locally. There are also lots of local groups that have been set up to help the most vulnerable in this pandemic. You can find your local aid group at covidmutualaid.org. If you're hoping to apply for a healthcare subject this year and are really disappointed at the prospect of your work experience being cancelled, Bart's Health Trust is looking for volunteers aged 16 and over specifically to help in this type of need. You can go online to submit an application and find out more if you're interested in this. So hopefully this has been a useful video for suggesting some things that you can do to keep working towards your higher education goals during this time. Remember to check out our blog post for more information. Stay safe.